basically peel it off of my finger.
Okay.
And put it down.
Yeah, see, like this one, I don't think I did a very good job. I gotta go back and fix that.
Yeah, so this one, and what happened, and this is what, you know, she's trimmed that super tight.
Yeah.
So that's where you would use that toothpick technique. Get it wet, because what happens is the toothpick will expand when you put it in your mouth, and it makes it really sticky, like the wood sticky, and you can put it on there and roll it inside. So you'll come in this way, pick it up, and then roll it inside, and then quickly stitch it. So Roxanne's Glue Base It is your friend. She's very nice. She'll take care of all of your ills. So you're gonna glue these down on top. I glue them actually on top of the, so I did mine on my light box. I put my master copy on my light box. So in your thing, there is a master copy of what this piece looks like, that's shaded and shows you where all the pieces go. I put it on my light box. Then I put down my applique pressing sheet.
Yeah. Then you can just pull it and bring it over.
Correct. I put my applique pressing sheet on top of the master. Then I put this fabric down and I lined everything up and I pinned it to the applique pressing sheet. So I just put my pins straight down onto the applique pressing sheet, and your applique pressing sheet will have enough texture in it that it will hold the pins straight up. And then I set these down and I pin them in place. I lay all of them out and I glue all of them, and then I remove my pins. Okay, so I would just build a full set of everything just like this.
Seemed like some of the people chose not to put that.
A lot of people chose not to put this basket layout. So if you look at the ones that the CIs did and the shops did, at the time that we were doing ours, we did this was brand new. This product was brand new, and we had not fully tested it. So there are a bunch of them that have different types of applique. There's a few that don't have any applique. There's a few that have wool. So it's really your call. It's your quilt. So do what you want that makes you happy. So if you want to finish it with a blanket stitch, by all means finish it with a blanket stitch. If you want to finish it with that little 1.1 zigzag, go for it. If you want a little straight stitch, that is fine as well. I will tell you now, the straight stitch, the hardest part with the straight stitch is changing your colors. So getting to the point where you're right here and then you need to change colors, because then you need to come back here with a different color. And when you do the straight stitch, you have to be right here, right at the edge. So you've got to travel super, super close. Otherwise you can get a buckle. Okay. So, but you're going to get, all these need to be glued, and then you're going to sew, you're going to turn this one back. You can just loosen that glue when you're ready, but you'll turn this one back. You're going to sew this in place. You're going to sew your basket on down here, which is going to trap this seam right here. And then you're ready to go. But I would sew all of my applique down with the exception of this bud before I sew this in, because when you sew these appliques down, you need to be able to be really flexible, and you need to turn this all different kinds of ways to go where you need to do. So the smaller this piece is, the better off you are. The more of it you have attached to the quilt, the harder it is to turn and deal with under the needle. So do them at this size, and once all the applique with the exception of this one are done, you know, do everything that you got to do, all this applique, you know, all the stitching on here except for this bud. Put that top on and then come in and just have to do the stitch down for this bud, basically. And then add the basket on the bottom. That's how I would do it. It's just going to make it much easier to handle. So
You take that paper out, the applique